Brothers and sisters, exciting news, very wonderful news coming in from the one and only Captain Ibrahim Traore, our man. So, Burkina Faso is just about to rename all their streets in Burkina Faso from colonial rulers and whoever nonsensical colonial leader or ruler was in Burkina Faso and had been named with a street or whatever in Burkina Faso is about to be scrubbed. And new names are now going to be, put up in these streets. How wonderful. Let me read quickly so that we all understand the matter. Ouagadougou Town Hall is committed to renaming all streets still bearing the names of settlers or other foreign personalities. This initiative aims to celebrate the country's history and identity by naming streets after important national figures and symbolic places. Colonialism has left deep traces in Burkina Faso, and the presence of settler names in the streets of Ouagadougou is a symbol of this past domination. The town hall's decision is therefore an important act of rupture which affirms the desire of Burkinabe people to reclaim their history and their public space. And we've always said that it's small things like names of colonial rulers and the statues that keeps us forever enslaved to this, enslaved to these people. Because when you see a street with the name Van Vigen, for example, I mean, in an African country, does it even make sense to you?
Is there someone with Van Vigen?
Yeah, South Africa is your Van whatever, Van Dyke. It doesn't make sense. We have our own people, your Sankaras, who would rather even name all the streets Sankara 1, Sankara 2, if there are no other African leaders that we can look up to. Let us name them Sankara 1, Sankara 2 and differentiate them with numbers, if that is the only way we can do it. But Africa has a lot of heroes, people who fought for our independence. Go out to other countries to take names of heroes in those countries. Name them with even people that have died fighting terrorists in your territories. There's a lot of Burkinabes who have just recently died in the battlefield trying to fight these terrorists coming in, and we've seen it on the TVs, and every day they are fighting. Let us name our streets with those people. Their blood has just not been fallen for some Van Vigen to be named under the
The country that is a culprit in Africa, they're saying that it's deep-rooted in Burkina Faso, but I think it's not. If we talk about deep-rooted, it's South Africa.
Hey.
Mashallah.
Transkei,
even towns, like
almost rivers.
Amsterdam. Was it Amsterdam?
Yeah, that's the town in Amsterdam.
Mashallah.
Deep in the villages in Mpumalanga, you find Amsterdam, in Rwanda, my goodness. Don't we have better names to name these things?
Orange River.
Yeah, that's just all of them. Petritive, whatever.
Then we come to Zimbabwe, because we have Victoria Falls. Mosu Watunya.
They have a name. Why can't we remain with that original name?
I wish Malema will become the president and he changes this. Because we saw at one time them naming a street.
After we together.
Yeah, but that is just one street.
And it caused a lot of commotion within parliament, and people were saying it's a waste of money, it's not even important, it's something that we shouldn't be focusing on. You see the kind of mentality? People don't realize that if you call your kids some foreign names, you are enslaved. You don't even know some of these meanings of, like Elizabeth. What does Elizabeth mean? If you were to be really asked the deep meaning of Elizabeth, do you even know? But you have given your kid Elizabeth.
Actually, if you went to the map and you go to South Africa, you see Amsterdam, Lothian, Driefontein, Wakkerstroom, Utrecht, Newcastle.
All of them. Almost 90% of South African names. And you find that they do have the Zulu name, for example, Durban is eThekwini, but you find that it's used in equal measures with the other one, Durban or eThekwini. Why can't we just scrape it out and remain eThekwini?
So that internationally they will say eThekwini.
I'm going to eThekwini.
And what about Johannesburg? Egoli, rather than Johannesburg. Cape Town?
Ekapa.
You see? So we need this in South Africa, and I hope that Malema will be the president, and because I know he's ready to learn from these guys.
Yeah.
And what these guys said is, we are ready to scrap everything that stands for neo-colonization or colonization or mental colonization.
Yeah.
That's why they were talking about the CFA franc, because it still shows that they are colonized.
They're still aligned.
The name still show that you are colonized.
Yeah.
Amsterdam, Newcastle, in South Africa.
All of those.
Those things need to be scrapped. Vakastrom and they need to scrap all this and bring Zulu and Xhosa names and
Just rename everything.
South Africans in the house.
And if you don't have heroes, just ask kids from schools to pick up names.
Like for example, we put a story about some hero, and people are saying Dedan Kimathi, yes, on our
They
community.
never knew about it.
And no, Zambians were telling me we have a Kimathi
street,
Street in Lusaka. We have a Kimathi Street in Harare. We have someone like Lutuli.
Lutuli Avenue in Kenya.
Nairobi.
Yeah.
You have Mandela Street. You have Haile Selassie Avenue. You see, in Nairobi.
There's just too many heroes in
Exactly, and you find Kenyatta Avenue in Kampala. So there's a lot.
You can
There's
never
a lot.
learn names.
What was the name of the Mozambican?
Samora Machel.
Yeah, Samora Machel Street, and lots of things. So
Those are people, if your kid was to see that name, they would ask themselves, hi, who is Samora Machel? They can do their own research and realize that this is a guy from Mozambique who did this and this and that for their country. Who is Thomas Sankara? So they learn their history through seeing the names of heroes on the streets.
We once said that South Africans love their colonizers. And I think the reason why it's very rooted is because of this. Because one, you find statues of these people even in East London. You find statues of them. So the child grows with it, knowing that these are our heroes.
Yeah.
In Addis, they have a statue of Julius Nyerere, right? So in Ethiopia, they will ask, wow, a child will ask, who is that? And said, he was an African hero who did ABC, was from Tanzania. He said, wow, I'm also an African. I want to be a hero. But in South Africa,
And
it's
it will
London.
make them interested and excited to go to Tanzania to learn about that.
But in East London, they'll see a white person and say, who was that? He was a hero, blah, blah, blah. So we Africans cannot be heroes? Yes, it's over. Guys, this can be a long video. Because if it's something that makes us very angry is to see things that are mentally colonizing us, but our people don't see it, our leaders don't see it. But we're excited when we see Traore and his crew doing this.
Yeah, and also you guys can change it in your homes by naming your kids with African names. Even if you are to take an African name from Swahili, learn the meaning, name your kid with something that you know its meaning and it's African, that would be very nice. Go to Burkina Faso, learn their names and understand what they mean, name them, because that will show us the diversity that we have as Africa, and it will remove that colonial enslavement in our heads. It's about time that we change it, because if we don't do it, our future generations will have to start from zero, and that is what we don't want to happen to our future. If you would like to support our channel, please, the link for our PayPal is on the screen. You can also buy us a coffee. Link is on the screen and in the description box down below. Please don't forget to like the video, share the video, comment, and definitely subscribe. We shall see you in the next one.
Bye bye.